4番スター5番スター6番スター7番スター8番スター9番スター10番スター11番スター
Hey there, how's it going? My name is David and you're watching GFCC RC. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the G-Force Competition Cup 2025. Yay. Well, what can I tell you about this event? Yeah, just like last year, I had a fantastic time. The GFCC has fast become one of the highlights of the RC calendar for me. I was surprised. I thought it'd been going on in about 5 or 6 years, but this is actually the ninth GFCC. So it's organized by G-Force here in Japan. It's held at the Yokomo Tsukuba RC arena. And I went last year, had a fabulous time, and I knew I had to go back again this year. And I'm so glad I did for a multitude of reasons. For me, in particular, this year was quite a special one. I picked up my younger brother from the airport. He flew out to Japan. It's been 26 years since he last came out to see me. You know how things are. Life gets in the way. You're not always able to come when you want to. He's another big RC enthusiast, big RC nerd. So it was kind of cool to have him there. He opted not to enter the competition, but he was doing some filming for me and moral support, so it was great to have him there. And then the following day we spent the whole day at Tsukuba just racing, which for us was kind of a surreal experience because the last time we'd actually been racing together on track was probably, I want to say, very late 80s, early 90s, so very special day for me. A special day for another reason as well. As you're probably aware by now, G-Force tend to reveal new products at the GFCC, and this year was no exception. G-Force revealed their new four-wheel drive, belt-driven four-wheel drive buggy called the Xtrada, and I was very lucky and fortunate to be able to not only interview Masami Hirosaka and talk to him about the development of the buggy and the design process and the concept and all that, but I was quite unexpectedly, I might add, given the opportunity to test drive the buggy, one of very few people who were given the opportunity on the day. So as you can imagine, I was super nervous, not only for the interview but also to run the machine, because I'd got the legend stood next to me, G-Force officials and members of the press, and just other people at the event. Everyone was watching, and all I could think of was running around the track was, David, please do not crash, do not break the prototype. But I got to tell you that the Xtrada is, as you'd probably imagine, it's really a joy to drive. It handles, I won't say sublimely, it just drives so well. And you can tell Masami has got a lot of enthusiasm for the project. He's really excited about it, and everyone there was also very excited about it. So I'm looking forward to picking up the Xtrada later this year. Of course, I will do a full video series on that. As for the racing at the GFCC, again, I had a fantastic time. There are several classes. The under 20,000 class for if you want to get into racing but on a budget. The classic buggy class, which I entered into again this year, and then the Genova Master class. I did pretty well. My goal was to get into the B main, and I succeeded. I managed to get into the B main, and at the end of the day I came away third place in B main, which I'm super pleased with. Tsukuba RC arena is not a track that I can get to very often, just because of the distance and the expressway tolls involved in getting there. So I only had about 20 minutes, if that, practice the night before. My JJ, I ran the Kyosho Ultima. JJ is, as I discovered, quite on the tame side when it comes to modifications. Mine is not that far off stock, to be honest, but a lot of the very fast guys were running mid-motor mount conversions, and there was some crazily, very creatively modified buggies out there in the classic buggy class. In fact, one really did catch my eye. You don't expect to see a Tamiya Frog flying around the track. It's not an indoor carpet track, and it really did caught my eye. So I actually spoke with the owner and had a bit of a look at it. So I'll include that footage later on in this video. But yeah, the GFCC is a fantastic event. Highly recommended if you're in Japan. I had a wonderful time. I can't wait to go back again next year. So what I'll do is I'll put some race footage and a few other bits and pieces on this video, but that's pretty much going to be all from me. My brother is still in Japan at the moment, so we've been spending the entire week just RC. Every day has been RC. It's been an absolute blast. In fact, I'm re-recording this voiceover. I wasn't happy with my first take. I was kind of rushed, so that's why it's taken a bit of time to get the video out. In the last few days that he's been running at Genova, he's had the biggest grin on his face. He is very, very impressed with the Genova, so I know we're all going to be very, very impressed with the Xtrada when that comes out. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Kai City RC.
ダンパーステージ自分で作ったですか？
まあそんな感じですね。設計して業者で削ってもらってる。
して、ショックマウント。
これは自分で作るんです。
そうですね。ここにウィークポイントですね。よくそう僕もプログ2、3回ぐらいで終わりました。
あ、そうなんです。知ってるんです。中も見ます？
はい、いいですか？
いいですよ。北から降りてくるんですよ。彼を置いてって30分。
あ、そこか。
20分ぐらいで持ち帰る。
下は自分のなんでしょう、写真。すごいじゃないですか。これ全部自分で作ったんですか？
これ設計自分でして、業者で削ってもらうみたいな。
なんかさっき見たらすごい早いなと思って。そう。
ちょっと今日でも不調で、昨日の方が早く走ってました。昨日練習。
あれ？ギアボックスも？
ギアボックスは一応ノーマルで、ノーマルここから切って、モーターをずらしたんですよ。そんで、ここにスパーギア持ってきて、つけた感じです。ここにスリッパークラッチになってるんです。
あ、スリッパーも入れてた？ そう、もともとね、フローグのギアボックスはちょっとね、壊れやすいですね。
で、メンテナンス性も悪いんで、ギア比上げれないんで、こんな感じで作って
る。すごい。
音も静かです。
いろんなこと考えてて、時間かかったでしょ、少しずつ。
そうですね、考えてから出来上がるまで1ヶ月半ぐらいかかって、そこから改良して、この形になった。もう出れなくなりました。
すっごいですね。本当にカスタムのロープだよね。ありがとうございます。ね、モーターはこんなにいいんですよ。高いんだけど、よく曲がるハイサイズしないんですよね。
そうですね。真ん中に持ってきてるんで、あとはトレッド広げてるんで、踏ん張るんですよ。
あ、本当だ。本当だ。
既成のものをいいやつの感じです。
あれスティーリングは
これですか？
そうベルクランクとか。
これはSV01 のやつです。
あ、SV01
にT5 のやつをつけて、でこれの支柱をここからボルトで貫通させて止めてるみたいな。
でブレースも。すごい。あとシャシもなんか黒。
はい、塗ってます。
あ、塗ってます。ブラックフォートじゃなくて、塗ってます。すごいすごい。ありがとうございます。見たい。おお。ビッグボー。多分ビッグボーですね。なんかウィルベース本当に長いんですよね。
なんかね、これとあんまり、これより短い。
そうだね。これ持ってるね。YouTube OK? OK.
ビレッジ選手が好スタートを切っております。リバトオスカ選手、後ろを行くのはリバト選手。予選から他者を引き離していたこの3台がすでに後続を大きく引き離している状態。ここはヒデシン選手、後ろの若干オスカ選手の方がパワー的に若干有利なように思いますが、さあここでオーバーテイクしていったのはオスカ選手。若干加速力、そしてモーターパワーソースに大きなアドバンテージがあるように見えるぐらいの勢いを見せていくのがオスカ選手。
残り3分。
シャドウ1分経過。オスカ選手、さあここで2番目で走っていたヒデチン選手が周を待った横ですぐに前に出てきたのリバトン選手、さあそれを抜きました。トップ3、3枚とも 2WD で後続を引き離しております。トップオスカ選手、ベストの19秒244まで上げてきております。このヒートのラストテストはヒデチン選手19秒179、リバンドン選手も19秒350、